All the books have been trimmed now, and I'm going to start to treat their spines. The first thing I need to do is to make some headband material. And this is a piece of the covering material that we'll be using for the final case. It's a piece of cord. So I'll take some glue, and I'm going to glue just the top edge of this piece of fabric. And I've already creased it so that I have a nice clean line here. I'll take this piece of cord and lay this into the fold and fold the fabric over this. Give it a light tack here by pushing this down. And now I'll mold it into place with the folder here. Okay, almost done. And then we'll let this dry. The whole idea of this is to have a piece of fabric that is flat on the back with that's flat on the back, which will be on the outside of the spine, and then the headband will come over the top edge of where the sewing is in the book. All done. Now, before I start treating the spines, I want to give these a slight rounding. And the way we do that is to glue up the spines and then let it dry partially till it gets to be sort of cool but not tacky. And I want to put glue along the whole spine. So we start in the center of the book and work off the edges so we don't put any glue into the pages. And then I check on the side here to make sure all of my shadows are gone and that the glue is evenly spaced in between all of the signatures. And then I'll lightly rub this with my finger to take off excess glue. And wipe. Okay, and we'll let this one rest. I'll do the next one. And the last one here. I'm applying pressure on the top here to make sure that the glue is going into all of the signatures in a very thin, even way. And then once these lose their stickiness, by touching them, I'll start to hit them with a hammer. Not quite ready yet. Okay, the books are ready now, and I've moved them over to my board chair, which has a more sturdy table, being on iron legs. So what we'll do, see, the glue is not it's not sticky when I feel it, but it still feels cold. So I'm going to bend the book like this, clamp it with my left hand, and then hold it like that so that it has this kind of bulge in it. Then I will put the flat edge, put the back edge of the book against the table, and with a hammer hit between the kettle stitches just lightly. After you've done the kettle stitches, you can go beyond the kettle stitches. The first hits should always be between the kettle stitches, and you'll see now that the book has a slight round in one direction. So I'll turn this over, do the same thing in the opposite direction, lay this down, hitting the spine at a 45-degree angle, pushing the edge of the book over. So now you see that it has a nice round, shape to it. And you can adjust this to make it more symmetrical just by pushing it like this while it's still down. And we'll lay it down. Take the next one, the same thing again, bend, clamp, rest, and tap. Turn it over, grab, and tap. And there you go. Last book. Now I'm rounding these things because there's a lot of signatures here, and the thickness of the spine with the thread in it may be too much to keep the book absolutely flat between the boards. So by rounding it, you push all of that thickness out just a little bit so that the whole book can have its sides being parallel.